star of The Tourist, Jamie Dornan. Welcome, you lot. All looking very dapper at Christmas. Thank you for joining us. We've got to talk Christmas, 12 days away. It's not nice when you hear that number, is it? It's very, very close. Yep. Gary, have you got Martin's present wrapped, ready to go? What's going on?
We stopped doing it a while ago, didn't we?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got him a good one this year.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
oh, dear.
a good one.
That's a bad start, Gary.
Well, I was going to give him some of my wange, which is my meat substitute that I've developed. In fact, I thought this was a wange show. That's the only reason I knew.
I mean, we might come to wange when we get into the mockumentary. All three of you have got some amazing TV shows for us over the festive season. But Jamie, let's start with the return of The Tourist. So 12 million people watched the first series. And for those who missed it, it was set in the Australian outback. Your character, Elliot, woke up in hospital with no idea who he was or how he got there. A bunch of people started trying to kill him until Helen came to his rescue and helped him remember his name. So series 2, where do we find the pair of them?
We find Helen and Elliot together. We first see them there. They've been clearly travelling, and they have. They're in a relationship together basically, which I think was a bit of a yearning for that at the end of the first series. Certainly felt that way anyway. So we find them. We know they've been travelling, and they're trying to sort of get away from whatever the madness that we saw in the first series, and try to just be clear of that and live a normal life. But then they make some decisions and they go some places, and anything but normal is what greets them. So, yeah, more madness.
Well, we've got an exclusive look at the new series, so let's have a look.
This is nice. No, just the here and now. You know, feel like nothing can touch us.
Are you, really 100% sure about that?
Why are you being weird?
I've been waiting for the right moment, and I don't know, I think this might be it.
We mentioned they're in a relationship. It looks like, Elliot and Helen are clearly getting on. They're on speaking terms. How does their relationship develop in this series?
Well, I think there's this Helen's kind of the moral compass and experiences all the madness as he's experiencing. I think she carries the audience through that in the first series, and she's the only one who's kind of acting normal in the first series. And there's definitely a sort of starvation for that in the second, but then they end up getting to Ireland, back to the homeland of my character, and trying to be normal and trying to find out answers about who this guy is and what was going on in his past. But then they get to Ireland and realise that there's a pretty checkered past there, and there's all kinds of bad people involved in it, and it's just far from sort of easy on what they want it to be.
So he's getting kind of closer to his roots, I suppose.
Yes.
Even though they're still mysterious to him.
Yeah, but then he gets close to the roots and then realises those roots are pretty dodgy.
I mean, you must have loved Australia when you was filming the first series, but I'm guessing it was really nice to be so close to home as well.
Yeah, listen, Jack and Harry Williams, who created the show, they sort of looked me in the eye one day and told me there would only ever be one series of it. But then, as you said, 12 million people watch a show, that changes the way people want to bring it forward. So I was keen on the idea of a second series, but it's a big undertaking. I took my whole family. Our kids went to school out in Adelaide. It's a lot, for 5 months. So I wasn't quite willing to do that again so soon after. So I said, look, if there's a world where we can have it a wee bit closer to home, I didn't mean literally to my homeland, but it's obviously worked out pretty well for me.
Nice.
And I mean, the first series was, as you say, so successful, the most watched drama of last year. 12 million people at its peak, almost as many people as watched Martin here get killed off in EastEnders. Did that bring a certain amount of pressure with it when approaching this next series?
I almost think it's the opposite of that. Tonally, the show's odd. You're being pulled all over the place, and just when you think you're getting comfortable with the tone and you think it's a drama, it gets really wacky and funny and strange. And I think for the first series, there was a lot of people are either going to really buy into this or they're just not. And luckily, it seemed they did. So I think because of that, because we had we felt a bit sort of buoyed up by the fact that they'd come on this mad ride with us, So we felt that we could push it a bit more in the second series, and like, well, look, if they thought that was fun, let's see, you know, how mad we can make it, you know. And it's pretty mad, so hopefully it's not too much for them.
A lot of the show revolves around the idea of whether you'd like to, well, not whether you'd like to, but whether things can remain in the past,
Yes.
shall we say. I hear there's a calendar that you've done with Eddie Redmayne that we've got. No, I'm joking. No. I hear that's something you'd like to keep in the past.
I would show it. Yeah, Eddie and I lived together out in LA. I think it was 2008. I was about, I'd add a teen to it there, but it really was that long ago, 2008. And yeah, there was a load of us out there, a load of actors out there at the same time from this side of the world, all just sort of auditioning for the same stuff. And yeah, I think Eddie got these calendars made. And I mean, I haven't seen mine in a long time. But there's pictures of me and Eddie and all these other lads we were hanging about with. I don't know what we're doing. We're basically playing table tennis and sitting on beaches unemployed.
I mean,
This is
still
what
around.
we need in 2024. Come
I'll
on, James, it's
I'll
not
try
too
to dish it
late.
out. I'll
You
try
need
to
to
dish
dig
it
those out.
It'd be the odd topless one.
Of course they're topless, yeah. Oh, top man, Jamie. Thank you very much.